that also in Akwa Ibom State we had uncommon transformation.
Oh, that's true. I remember. I was there.
So let's not talk politics here.
Yes. That's another good place.
Yes, Akwa Ibom is actually a very beautiful
I remember now, the road
place.
system was good. I was there. So another thing we should, when displaying this thing, you will notice that the names, when it comes to Abuja, which is the Federal Capital Territory, a lot of the names of the roads are names of former presidents.
Yes.
We have the first democratically elected president, that would be Shehu Shagari Road, which they will come to. We have Muhammad Buhari, who is a past president. We have Goodluck Jonathan, who is also one of our past presidents. We have Nnamdi Azikiwe, who is where we started from, which was our first, he was the first president of Nigeria after our independence. So
generally, running the race is a lesson in history for Nigeria.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Starting even from the city gate that symbolizes Abuja being named the new Federal Capital Territory after Lagos.
Okay, we just want to say this is still the Murtala Muhammad way.
So you didn't mention Murtala Muhammad too.
Okay. He was a military ruler that was assassinated. He was actually the one that started the conversion of Abuja in the 1976. For Abuja to be converted into the Federal Capital Territory. Yes.
It was concluded by General Ibrahim Babangida.
Yes.
He was the president that moved to the capital city.
Yes.
And then
really
it was
history.
It was just more or less like a little city where people didn't want to come.
Now the city people don't want to leave.
Exactly.
Then we have Yakubu Gowon, who was the president that presided over the civil war. That we had in
the military head of state.
Okay, this is really a lesson in history. When it comes to the marathon, this half marathon is a lesson in history.
Check out the Nigerian runner.
No, at this point in time, he's going to start convincing some doubters, like some of us, that he actually can take it to the end. And at this point in time, if he decides to start thinking about the dollars now, he might lose track.
That's true. But irrespective of, anyway, I expect him to finish as one of the top runners. As a Nigerian, that's the local runner. So
9494 is beginning to say.
But let me say something.
Let me get my day.
Okay, let me say something. In as much as you can actually sometimes from the expressions of the athletes tell how they are feeling, you cannot always. I remember Paula Radcliffe, the British former world record holder, women. She always looked like she was struggling from the beginning to the. Meanwhile, she broke the world record like twice.
So, just like Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal, we always say that he was not fit. But he isn't fit, but he was cleaning everybody out. I said, when you are not fit, what happens?
So, like we said, anything is possible. You might be looking at the face.
But I like the spirit of this Nigerian.
See, what we can actually see now, and what I'm seeing as a visitor to Abuja, is that
Abuja is
I can
really
see construction going on. A lot, exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. So this is now showcasing, and maybe showcasing what the administration of Abuja is really doing in Abuja. So I'm sure when we come next year, in this particular point, we'll see a different scenery. So we must really capture this for history and see before and after. Because what's going on here is basically a lot of work going on in Abuja. I'm really amazed to see. You can just see construction work. You can see roads being done. You can see terrain. And this is new. You can see fresh roads. And so by next year, we probably will see.
This was probably where I missed my way.
It's possible. But I can tell you, in a month's time, it's probably going to be different. You know, because the Apple roundabout, the flyover from the what's it called? The Apple mechanic area was completed in less than a month ago. I remember going through that place about a week ago, and I was like, when did this happen? So obviously, in few weeks, few months, this place is going to look different.
And now, as we are introducing marathon culture to Abuja, and we can see the beautiful road, it sets the stage for Abuja to host major international sporting events, like the World Athletics last year attended the International Road Race Championship in Riga.
So we just send the leading female runners go through, and back to the men.
Yes. So like I said, Abuja can now host the International Road Racing Championship, which I attended last year. I actually ran a half marathon in the championship last year. They were even not constructing their road, so we still passed through construction. So this, for me, Abuja is, even when it comes to the road system, is even better than Riga.
What you've not told us that the position you came up.
I was like 500. I finished. You see,
exactly.
The aim was to finish and get that medal. We had people that, because it was a 1 mile race, 5K, and the half marathon. We had people that ran all 3 races.
Wow.
And is it possible that Nigerian weather can take a toll on the Kenya?
It's possible.
No, it's possible, but remember last Olympics in Tokyo, the weather was like Nigeria, probably warmer than it is in Lagos, and that was how. But it was still.
I'm just trying to wonder. Carlos was a very well-traveled journalist, and I want to wonder if Kenyan weather is much different from Nigerian weather.
Very different.
It's different.
It's different.
You don't need an air condition in Kenya.
Only at the Rift Valley area. You see, when you go down,
I was in Nairobi.
Once you go down to Nairobi, it's probably almost about the same. It's not that high.
Maybe the period I went there, I didn't need an air condition to sleep.
And the air is heavier.
Yeah, it's heavier here, but that's not where the weather comes in. So I'm just trying to think, because we may, I don't want to use the word criticize, we may complain about our weather. It's not really the worst. You've gone to the Dubai Marathon, it's incredibly hot. There are other marathons, even when you go to marathons like that's happening during the summer.
The Olympic,
Tokyo was really hot. Yeah. So I don't really think that the Kenyans, I think what can shock the Kenyans is that who is this person staying with us? And
he still has firm legs.
Yes.
Well, like you said about Kenya, he's from Jos. So you can see the Panchin area, they have a lot of runners that come out from there. And if he's going to challenge, he's determined to challenge and look who can do it. He's looked aside, he's seen his brother lie behind, probably 20 meters behind, his legs giving way. But he still has firm legs, he's still ready to run.
And like I said, it's a lot of it we have to do with the...
So they are close to us now at the Asokoro area, if the Prime Minister will agree?
Yes, they are close. I just need to take another look to see...
This will be about a half mark
still
now.
Asokoro area?
They should be crossing about the 10-kilometer mark. About now, 10-kilometer mark. They should be crossing the 9-kilometer mark right about now. So they are almost halfway through the race.
Okay.
And I can see, for those that don't know when it comes to running, why they are spraying themselves with water, it's basically because when you run, you increase your body temperature. So part of the reason why they pour themselves is that it helps cool it down so that recovery, you don't burn out quicker. So your body recovers more enough to continue the race.
Let me share it. You see, from the AYA, you can connect to Kubwa, you can connect to Kaduna, you can connect to Mina from AYA. Then from AYA, you can connect to Kefi, Lafia, into Nasara, into Benue State. Then you can also connect, to the seat of power, then to the main, what we call the city center Abuja.
So it must be a beehive of activities
Yes.
during the week.
Yes.
During the week, you need to be on your toes to catch, to catch the vehicles, and then a lot of things, you can associate with a typical Nigerian setting you find here.
Okay,
So from here now, they will be heading to the Goodluck Jonathan. How is it called? Goodluck Jonathan's Road or so?
Drive.
Goodluck Jonathan Express.
Express, okay.
Okay, you can see now more men have left boys.
Wow.
And our Nigerian runner is still, there are now 2 lead runners and he's now one of them.
That's
Now-
incredible. I thought about it, from the beginning. For him to keep up with the pace at that beginning, it's all about it is our country, it is our city, and no one will beat us there.
Also, another thing that it takes for you to do race, run, finish, and do good time is the mindset. It's the mindset of the athlete. You have to have a good mindset. You have to have a winner's mindset. You have to have a mindset that surpasses whatever pain you're going through to be running at that speed. So from the expression, you can see he's very determined, especially with the cash motivation, because as he is now, he's winning both ways, dollars and naira.
But
Maybe we should ask Enefiong, what exactly does it really take, the Nigerian can-do spirit? What exactly does it really take to get there?
No, let's not take anything from him. I think he has trained hard. He has trained hard, and he is determined that, because we always say that can a Nigerian win a marathon? Can a Nigerian beat a Kenyan? I've written research and books about how we've had misfortunes of trying to. We had an athlete many years ago that won a half marathon, long time ago, 20 years ago, beating a Kenyan, and had a misfortune of being locked up. And we had a lot of things that why did that happen? But here he's going to show that, look, in this modern day, with all the technology, remember, we have spy cameras everywhere, and the athletes know they have to run the routes. So they have chips that are following them, so they can't even cheat. And he's coming up with the top 2. So it's an amazing feat on his own part. And believe me, I think that even if he doesn't win, he will have done something very, very encouraging, and that we can invest more in road running and say, look, the future is bright for us. Last week, we had, I don't know if it was a marathon or a half marathon in China, half marathon, where the sponsors decided to manipulate the results and allow the Chinese win, and the Kenyans slow down. Here, they can't accuse our very diligent sponsors of manipulating anything, because the Nigerian is on his own right, and his own, by his own, should I say, hard work, leading the pack of the race.
You can also see here that the Kenya kicked.
Yeah.
He's trying to leave the Nigerian runner behind. He's trying to see if he can. It's a strategy. It's kind of see you can frustrate or change his pace, because when you go away from what you have done during training, it can mess up your race. So that's what Kenyans normally do. So he kicked, if you see, just before the water stand, he kicked. And another thing, when it comes to the water stand, there's actually a method to collecting the water. What the athletes don't want to do, that they don't want to slow down so much
Or break their stride. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
because sometimes in order to not break their stride, sometimes they miss out collecting water. So sometimes you see them exchange water. So there's actually a method to it. Yes.
let's look at, let's critique or, run
Analyze.
through analyze what is happening.
Yes,
The first pacers, or for the leaders,
Yes.
had 2 Kenyans, 1 Nigerian. The other Kenyan, would I say he's
Behind.
struggling?
Yes, he's on the third.
It's close to 5, I wouldn't say 10 meters, but close to that behind the Nigerian and the other, foreign athlete. From his, in the picture now, I don't see him doing very well. And I see the first person now is trying to probably make the Nigerian athlete suffer a bit, because if he increases his pace,
That's the whole point.
and the Nigerian does not react to it, it
He gets
becomes a
left
burden.
behind, yes.
Well, I think a lot of people will be excited at home currently about, what they are seeing. But I would like to know, is there a chance that this Nigerian can still drop out entirely?
Convenient banking at your fingertips. Introducing Premium Trust Bank's mobile app. Seamless, easy, swift banking. Manage your finances effortlessly with our budget feature. Manage personal and business accounts in one place. Watch your money grow passively with our investment feature and rest easy with our secure sleep mode. We've provided all the necessary lifestyle features for you. What's more, you can access all these in Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. Visit your app store now to download our app. Premium Trust Bank, together for growth.
Funny enough, he's more of a 10-kilometer runner.
So very soon he will be approaching the Constitution Avenue.
He's really kicking. He's really trying to leave, and you can see the Nigerian runner.
He's trying to shake him off.
Like with his greedy attitude. You see, that's the mindset we say. Especially when you reach this point and you see that, wow, there's really nobody behind me. Exactly. If it's me, come what may, I'm reaching that finish line in this position. At least, the least he can get now is $3,000 plus 1 million naira.
I recall when I was in university first year, I got into the football team. I
don't know why you're laughing at you. No, I don't know why you're laughing at you.
Please, listen to this story. I got into the school team, football. By way of first year, I wasn't really expected to be selected, to go for the trials or something. Mm-hmm. But last day, I was dropped. And I looked around. I saw the coach, athletics coach, asking people to come for 1,500 meters. I said, okay, since I can play football,
you can run 1.5.
I can run 1.5. So I enlisted. So one guy from Anambra State University there was the lead runner. I paced up with him in the first 400 meters. When we now got into 600 meters, he would just kick. And I will attempt to catch up. When I get close, he will kick. I get close again, he kicked twice. And I just advised myself that... I think this is what the Kenyan is trying to do to the Nigerian athlete.
If what you had attempted was probably 400 meters, maybe it would have been better. If you can keep up the pace. I did that while I was in school, playing football too. I did a 400. I actually beat the then school champion, in the first attempt.
But by 700 meters...
Maybe you can go with it. You can do 400. I can gold medal Olympic.
When you say he did football, I've been hearing, I've heard Mr. Ibere's stories about his football. He claimed that in school he played with the likes of Okocha and the Kanus. Those are the quality of footballers. Am I wrong, sir?
Wrong. This is the famous Shehu Shagari way where you see...
Now you can see how beautiful the scenery is now. Beautiful.
Lovely building.
Really?
That's the finance building.
Okay. At this point in time, you take a snapshot of it and tell me you're anywhere.
That's secretariat.
Tell me anywhere you are in the world. I'll believe you.
Right now is the arcade.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful city, and you can see the beauty now as we're entering down into the center of the city. The building, the secretariat, the green, and you said earlier on the rains have not come, and we can still see the green, some parts of the green, the beautiful area. So nothing is going to showcase Abuja like what we're seeing now.
Nothing.
This is beautiful. If anyone is watching from any part of the world and you tell them to visit Abuja, I'm sure they will want.
And to the left is the Eagle Square.
Yeah.
That is where our inauguration ground. So if Bumi Blair, the Prime Minister, becomes the President of Nigeria today, that's where he will be inaugurated.
So we see the leader, his name is Shedrack Ngumbai from Kenya, running on the Shehu Shagari Way, who was the first democratically elected president of Nigeria. So he has given more than 100 meters gap to the Nigerian runner now, who has more than 100 meters gap to the other Kenyan behind him.
I don't know if your history is correct, because I believe that we had Tafawa Balewa, we had...
Tafawa Balewa was a prime minister.
Nnamdi Ezekwe was a president.
President.
So, yeah, and I'm sure he was elected. I'm sure he was elected.
No, that was parliamentary
But
system.
he was elected.
No, what Otoye is trying to say, let's put the word
If you go into
executive.
the history book.
Okay, executive president, I guess.
Okay.
So, okay. So that's
Because
part of the history we're learning
Balewa
now.
and Nnamdi Azikiwe shared office. One was president,
one was prime minister.
Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa.
I'm still currently saying democratically.
No, you should say executive president. They should be the lead lady.
Yes.
Where exactly is she now?
She's on Shehu Shagari way. If the
No, this is not Shehu Shagari way yet.
okay, they might be coming down. Okay, let me not
Good
do
luck,
the.
Jonathan.
Let me not do the prime minister's job.
They might be coming up.
Abuja.
Good luck, Jonathan. now.
So there you have the second lady, who is Frida. Her name is Frida Tu. She's from Kenya. We're trying to see the number of the lady in front.
But I can tell you that the two of them are not
Kenyans.
Kenyans. No Nigerians. The Nigerian ladies have not decided to kick. And you can see this lead Kenyan. Now he is now actually in a world of his own now. He decided he can take it out on his own. And
Well, like what Tony said a while ago, that the Nigerian in second position
yes,
should do everything humanly possible to maintain that
At least that
that
position.
position.
I believe that even if he doesn't, I'm telling you that he's doing everything humanly possible. I'm telling you because it's very difficult. It's very difficult. You see, once you hit that wall, as Otoye said earlier on, you see, fatigue has got into the muscles can't respond. The brain, the communication between the brain and the muscles is just way off. And it's a difficult situation to be in as a runner.
Well, and if I could ask you,
They've gone into the Constitution Avenue now.
which is more difficult? The marathon, the sprint?
The long sprints, actually, some people say is the most difficult race. That's like the 400 meters. It's because you have to walk. In the marathon, you can get a pace and it becomes a habit. You're moving up by subconscious, just bam, bam. As long as nobody disturbs you, you move. So you can work hard in that. But when you're sprinting, not the short sprint, they have their own difficulty in training. But the long sprint, we just talk about 400, probably 800. It's going fast all the time at a particular level for a long period of time. In the marathon, it's a difficult race, no doubt about that. But then you can get into a running habit and you get into your stride and you can do it subconsciously.
At this point,
But
now,
I think NFL might be a bit biased in his statement as a 400 runner.
but wait, Enefio, on the day of that final,
Yes.
4x4
Yes.
in Sydney,
Yes.
what did you eat?
No, but
That's a good question. That's a good question.
And it's actually a good one because when you come for the marathon, you must actually load yourself with lots of carbohydrate because that's the energy you're going to use to run. On my own finance, it was more of, as Prime Minister said before, the Nigerian spirit, great die, don't let this happen. And I tell the story like we were going into the stadium and directly in front of me was the phenomenal Michael Johnson with his gold shoes for the first time. And the pressmen were trying to get pictures of shoes. They even pushed me so that they can take photographs. So I got very angry. I was very, very angry. I said, who the hell is that? And I was a very young athlete. It was my first international competition. So I had that spirit. Look, I must do that. And this is a beautiful site of the iconic National Mosque. And so now we're seeing sights and sounds of Abuja and visions and visuals or whatever you call it.
We must give credit to Premium Trust. We must give credit to Nilaya Sports for putting all of this together. And we must also say kudos to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. If my history or records serves me right, this event has been cooking. It's been, it's gone into the kitchen, severally, but the chef, to get it, probably done and served, wasn't there, but for Premium Trust, we hear they are just, 2 years in business, and they've taken a giant stride to do business with athletics. I think everybody who has a hand in today's event
it's very difficult.
should be given a pat on the back.
And then in Abuja, it's difficult. You know that there's a lot of power play in Abuja. You don't have an executive governor to close up the roads and say, listen to me. The minister who is supposed to be the governor of Abuja is still answerable to to another resident in Abuja. Yeah. So it takes a lot of things to have this thing happen and take place. But like you say, we give kudos to the organizers, to give kudos to the administration. And we also, as the latest party, I think, we also have to really appreciate not just Premium Trust Bank, who are the headline sponsors. We have 7-Up, we have Nord Motors, and we also have, on a personal note, I'm really impressed with the coverage in which AIT is giving, because it's as good as anywhere we've done, in any marathon we've done. So we give kudos to the journalists that have left very early in the morning to go out. See, it takes a village to raise a person, and to raise this child of this half marathon, there are lots of people's hard work that have got involved in that.
What you've just done now is that aspect, I will just cut it out, put a proposal and send it to the banks. That's an Olympic gold medalist talking.
So as we see, Shedrack has left the building. He has left everybody behind and he's on his own. So now it will take his mindset to keep on. He probably has a time.
He might have a time target here. He might have a time target. He's done 57 minutes already, almost an hour. So we are expecting the race to be over. We're expecting to cross the finish in the next 10 minutes, if my calculation is right.
That looks like the famous junction, which we usually call the NMPC Tower.
Okay.
Yes. The NMPC Towers.
Such glorious buildings in Abuja.
Yeah,
it's really a fine city.
My first time in Abuja, my cousin had to ask me, have you ever seen a beautiful, edifice like this? I just smiled.
We have our foreign dignitaries that are here like, wow, this city is lovely.
And I like this caption, First Premium Trust Bank, Abuja City International Marathon.
So where does the Constitution Avenue take us to?
The Constitution Avenue is going to take us to, they will make a decoy now.
They will make a decoy under the bridge. They'll go under the bridge, very close to one of the most popular supermarkets, that will now lead you straight to the defense headquarters. They take a turn to the left to get to the Old Parade Ground, or where we call Area 10.
Okay, now what we're saying is the lead lady for the women's side of the race. I think this should be Joan Cheerup. We just need to see that her number to be able to identify her name. But from her looks, you can tell that she's East African.
From her looks, from the structure of her legs, you know she's not a Nigerian.
Well, you have Nigerians that look like that, so even I stand corrected on my own. What I just said, you have Nigerians that look like that. Well, we know that this is not Nigeria because we know our Nigerian runners.
and she's just getting to the Federal Secretariat.
So what's the time difference between the male and the female runners? So what are we expecting within the elite finish and the elite finish men and the elite finish women? And are we saying 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Typically, you will see a 10-15 minutes difference between the finishing male runner and the finishing female runner.
I tried running 10 kilometers once, and I see Otoye runs more 10 kilometers, and I see her time. And I tell you, I think she can do 3 10 kilometers before I finish one.
That's interesting.
So really, I don't know if gender really affects how you run. Maybe at the elite level, yes, but generally, Otoye shouldn't be running faster than me, and I don't know why she does.
This is another iconic street, Muhammadu Buhari Way. And we just have one of that name in Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, the immediate past president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
If I may also ask, I also understand that once athletes get to maybe their 30s, they get to perform better in marathon?
Actually, the average winning age in marathon.
Convenient banking at your fingertips. Introducing Premium Trust Bank's mobile app. Seamless, easy, swift banking. Manage your finances effortlessly with our budget feature. Manage personal and business accounts in one place. Watch your money grow passively with our investment feature and rest easy with our secure sleep mode. We've provided all the necessary lifestyle features for you. What's more, you can access all these in Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. Visit your app store now to download our app. Premium Trust Bank, together for growth.
One more than them.
Well, I see a situation, something tells me strongly that the Nigerian is going to finish second.
I am hoping and praying nothing happens to him. That's number one.
Because the front runner, a bit of a struggle.
Well,
And from the distance we saw that he, opened earlier on, the Nigerian has closed in.
You can see
a
he's
bit.
looking back. He
back.
has slowed down because he slowed down. So he's looking back to make sure that if he
The
slows down,
distance,
nobody
yeah.
can.
I know
come
when
and
you
pass
start
him.
looking back, it's a sign of fatigue.
Fatigue.
You want to make sure that your position is secured. And I'm still going back to what you just told me about, just said about Muhammad Buhari, and going through where we have seen them pass. They've passed Nnamdi Azikiwe, they've passed Murtala Mohammed, they've passed Yakubu Gowon, they've passed Goodluck Jonathan, they've passed Shehu Shagari, they're at Muhammad Buhari now, and they're going to pass Moshood Abiola. You can see how it's going. The race has gone from 1960 and getting to, because this Muhammad Buhari they have passed is 1984 Muhammad Buhari. Because after Muhammad Buhari, we should have, we are having Moshood Abiola where they will get to.
93.
It's funny because the half marathon, I'm sure when the full marathon is there, we'll be having Ibrahim Babangida and
Yes.
Sani Abacha in the mix.
I think this was carefully selected.
It was carefully selected.
I am
To tell
But
the
wait,
history
in terms
not-
of selection, was this taken into consideration?
It might be
Because
just a coincidence.
IBB, it's when you go through the Transcorp and you hit the right, that's the IBB long stretch.
Like Kenneth Young said, it might be a coincidence because I know that a lot of roads are named after either past military leaders or.
We've eventually gone through almost all of them.
I think we are not far away from the end of it.
No,
Yes.
we're not far away.
It's almost, we've done over 1
After
hour,
this stretch,
about
then
an
there's
hour.
another stretch that goes through the radio house.
Yeah, I think that's where Moshood Abiola is.
I think so.
Yes, and from Moshood Abiola, we're going to the old parade ground.
Exactly. The old parade ground is just to the right.
Okay.
So this is like home stretch for him.
Yes. And
It's almost there.
so I believe he has about 7 more minutes to go.
So he might make good time.
I don't think it's going to take him 7 minutes, maybe 3 minutes.
If it's 3 minutes, it's going to make a very good time because from my own unofficial time, he's done 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Okay, this lady is
Maybe
running.
3
Now we
minutes.
see her number. This is,
949.
I think this is actually the refugee athlete. Her name is Atlena. She's a refugee athlete. So this is actually one thing we do. We actually bring refugee athletes also. So she's a refugee athlete and she has a personal best of 1 hour, 11 minutes, which she did in last year. So she's actually, for the women, the best to finish first. And I think she has given the other lady, we don't see the other lady inside. So I think her position is probably secure for now.
Nephew, I'm very, concerned about the Nigerian athlete. What is happening today, it's a pointer that we can do it.
If we
Yes.
Because I would have said in the first 10 kilometers, the Nigerian athletes would have been lost in the crowd. But he's pushing on, and from what we are seeing, these pictures don't tell lies, he's still in second position. It means that if concerted effort is put in place, Nigerians can do the marathon.
I totally agree with you.
see-
I totally agree with you. And with the light of a lot of organizations like Nilayo, we have a lot of marathons of different distances or a lot of races, road races of different distances, 10, 5, 21, 42.
He's there.
And that's
That's the International Conference Center.
That's a conference center.
He's just 2 minutes away.
It's not
It's
2 minutes,
about-
it's
it's
just
less-
a minute.
Well, depending on his pace.
Pace.
It depends, but he's about
Okay,
the
you
home
can
straight
see the
now.
crowd
You can see
cheering
the crowd.
him
See
on.
the finish line.
That's the finish.
So
No, he's not got into the stadium yet. You know, this is just another camera, you know, telling us this is the finish.
Yes. I think it's gonna. Therefore, what do you think? Him making less than 1 hour 10 minutes?
Well, definitely less than 1 hour 10 minutes. But
definitely.
because at the moment, by my own watch, it's 1 hour 6 minutes. Yes. So I don't think if I should take the Prime Minister's words for as truth, I don't think it will take him another 2 minutes to cross that line.
It's already inside.
It's already inside the stadium.
So less than that, because they're already holding up the
ribbon.
The ribbon for him.
He's making history.
The first winner of the first Premium Trust Bank, Abuja City International.
And he's going to set the race course that every other.
He's there. He's made it.
And we have a winner in the name of Shedrack
from Kenya.
Ngumbwai from Kenya. The winner of the first Premium Trust Abuja City International Half Marathon.
So he's done history. His time will go down as a course record. And its time will be the time everybody now will be chasing from next year.
What do you think will be going through his mind now?
$5,000.
Is that the Nigerian?
Yes, I think that's the Nigerian.
Oh, that is a...
we
are making history.
He's already in the old part.
Yeah, we have to see, and from the cheers of the crowd, it may be him.
He's coming in. First Nigeria, second place. $3,000 and 1 million naira. That's what is on his mind.
It's him.
Wow.
Oh, congratulations.
Amazing
like we said, Nigerians, we do not carry last, and we have proven that today.
Well,
he has not only...
Otonye, this guy has just beaten a popular Kenyan athlete.
Yes. You remember you said AIT was going to also give him. So apart from the 3,000, the 1 million, I think AIT is also.
He has not written the proposal yet.
I have not gotten a call from my GMD. I'm waiting a call from my GMD. I'm waiting a call from my MD. I'm waiting a call from my chairman.
You see, Abuja was strategically chosen to host a marathon because it's in the middle belt. And like we're saying, that places like Bauchi, that's where you have premium long-distance runners. And we have the third place athletes in Kennedy Kemboi.
Closely followed by the other...
Closely followed by Nigerian athletes also. A lot of people are going to be happy. Our premium sponsor, Premium Bank, is going to be really happy. It's like they lived up to their name.
I know that Premium Trust Bank are known to have supported athletes and endorsed ambassadors like Toby Amuso and Esebumi. I'm sure these two athletes won't be too far away from their
They shouldn't be too far. They shouldn't be.
We are so proud of our Nigerian athletes. They are now second.
I think this is about the first time that a Nigerian athlete will be on the podium in marathon races in Nigeria.
International. Yes.
And I think this should be an encouragement to the Athletics Federation of Nigeria to invest more
in the road races.
In road races. And, you never can say...
So we have our lead lady now. Atlena.
At 5 kilometers or thereabouts, the Kenyan athlete that finished third now had some swagger. The way he was moving.
Atlena Napoli.
Yes,
was like
she's a refugee athlete. This is one of the things we started doing. In some parts of Africa, there are conflicts, so athletes come not being able to represent any country. So you see that in the Olympics, you have athletes that come and they...
No, but are we casting our nets too far? When you say you're refugee athletes that we're bringing them to run, that means we do have some talent in the IDPs around Nigeria too.
Yes. Of course, anything. I'm surprised you saying this because I know for a lot of Nigerians, the fact that they want to achieve, it's the driving force, is the fuel that drives them, to go all out. So if you give these young athletes a chance, no matter the sport, I'm sure Nigerians can master it. And that's why you see Kenyans now do the 100 meters,
the men, they hold the 100 meters record. Kenya.
You understand? So why can't Nigeria invest in that too?
Yeah, but so you shouldn't be surprised because that was sending a message to the people where to look for talents. That if refugees can come here, we do have some of those displaced people that some of them are very talented. We can have sports for the displaced in the displaced refugee camps or in the IDPs around. Not just going to give them indomie and rice and everything. We should engage them, empower them. And nothing empowers more than sports for young people.
Nothing engages and empowers more than sport. You know, people that really don't have, you never thought would be somebody in the society, they rise up. And you look at the menace of crime and all the likes of it in the country. When you encourage, these displaced people, persons who are not at advantage, it tells the younger ones that you too can be there, you can achieve. Be it marathon, be it athletics, in one way or the other, football, other sports. I think we've not really used sports as much as we should do in this country.
You see, one thing you have to know is that mass participation events is the fastest growing sport, even more than football. Why? Because road races is one of the only sports that the common man and the elite athletes will meet on a common ground. That is, so it's growing. You have 50,000 people running in some races. You have 40,000 people, both the common man and the elite athlete. So here it tells everybody, you are a part of this. You can come and be. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. In some races, you have people with disabilities coming to run. You have wheelchair races in some. So it's an all-inclusive event that encompasses everybody. That's why it's not just the runners. Also, the city is involved. You have the city, people cheering. It also helps. If you've ever... I used to be a jumper. And one of the things we used to do is that when we need somebody to push us, we'll tell the crowd, clap, clap. And it drives you. So you don't have to even be a runner. As long as you're cheering the runner, you're doing your own part. And this brings in... It has economic implications for Abuja City. Also, not just in the running. So
I'm particularly very happy for the lead sponsor of this program, Premium Trust. By the time you do, the post-analysis of this inaugural, championship, you get to know that, history, it's inaugural edition, first time in Nigerian. Because at the beginning of, today's race, everybody here seated didn't give a Nigerian a chance to come second.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it.
Okay.
Because we will say the initial gra-gra.
Yes.
When jungle matured. But the jungle did
matured. He couldn't even... he helped the jungle to mature.
So we see the lead women. So the men have gone. So now it's the lead women at Lena.
Where are they now?
Athletes.
Well,
no, she's...
Constitution?
No. She's close to...
All parade ground?
She's close to all parade ground.
After this, she's going to take a bend to the left. Then gets to the home stretch. I'm trying to remember exactly the name. This is the way that leads from the popular supermarket. If you go a little bit further, you get to the defense headquarters. And then before that...
not defense headquarters. You get to War College.
War College. No, she's going to take the War College.
Yes.
She's going to take the...
Then the International Conference Center on her left.
And now you can see she's actually, and you see top female athletes like this can overtake some of the male.
A lot of the mirror.
No, you don't laugh. It's not like. It happens.
It's happening.
She's a top athlete, so she's going to overtake a lot of the man
says
runners.
he's not going to agree for anybody.
If I was him, I would not.
I will die here.
No, but that's the mindset.
He has the mindset. He said, no.
So
but his muscles will give it. There's
Exactly.
nothing.
You push yourself.
But the thing is that he will now stand as a pacemaker for her. Because usually the women tend to use other male runners there as to pace their races. So they tend to run more when the race is mixed. They tend to run better than if you have an only women race. Yes. So I think at this point she has left her other Kenya and Frida behind. Frida is nowhere in sight. So
is she running a good time?
Oh.
I think she's getting close to the firehouse now.
Well, Otoya had earlier said 10 to 15 minutes difference. So if she does faster than 120, is that 1 hour 20 minutes? Is that a good time? I think faster than 1 hour 20 minutes should really be a good time
yes.
for her.
I think she's even passed most of the male runners that there's nobody in the front, even as the male.
Why are you so particular about the male runner? I'll tell you.
No, you remember you have
we
to
are
say,
seeing
you
it
have
now.
to see another male runner, she's just overtaken. No, but we
Otoya
need
is
to...
bringing the sexist agenda into this.
No, it's not a sexist agenda. It's the difference between elite now, women.
So she's passing some other runners.
Passing some other, not the elite men.
She's passing some other non-elite runners.
Yes.
No, don't put the gender into it.
It might be an elite runner, but on a lower tier.
Otoya might not be far from the truth. You know, very soon we are approaching the Olympics, and some of our top athletes are the women runners. You know, we expect a lot of medals from them.
Women. Let's give them the credit.
Yes, we should give them the credit. They've done
us a lot of good. If you talk of football, Falcons they are 9-time African champions. Super Eagles, 3-time African champion. Number 4 has been elusive. If you talk in terms of wrestling, freestyle is the women. Today, track and field.
Even athletics, that's what I'm saying. I was about to ask him.
No, but to be fair to the men, there is more competition in the male sports. There's a lot more competition.
We're not
asking
the women to compete against the men.
I actually don't. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that there be more competition. Women, in fairness, in Nigerian women have actually worked harder.
No, I agree.
They've done a lot of things. They work harder. The men, a lot of times, have not shown that.
The last Olympics.
That hard work, that tenacity that the women have shown.
But
you see, what I tell people is that the men are always they have multiple things in their minds. They go to train, then some of them have to provide for their families.
I need a research paper on this.
They have to go out, they have to run out. The women are being provided for, and a lot of the men, sometimes, they sacrifice their own careers to help their women succeed. So there are a lot of things that are
playing into factors. That's why I was trying to defend the men.
Yes,
I'm not taking away from the women. Not taking away from the women.
You have been yabbing the men since here.
I was just stating as fact that elite women will always beat male athletes.
Will beat some athletes. Don't mention the gender. That's what we were saying.
No, male. We are trying to show clarification here. But she's getting close to the finish.
Yes. So. Is there a chance that some Nigerians can decide to, take this as, a profession, like running marathon? Maybe I stay in Abuja now and I want to decide, I want to take this as a career. What age can we start? And, what's the limit?
The truth is that you can actually, you can take running as a career at any age, but depends on which one is paying you. It's better than if you're doing quite well. The number of road races we have around Nigeria, around Africa, around the world is a lot. It's enough to provide you a living. Most of these Kenyans is their career, and how long you can do it depends. But it's always better you start young, and then if you're if you're at a level in which you can compete competitively, you can select races, and then you earn your $10,000 a month. You take 1-2 races a month, and then it's actually a career path.
Because I'm just thinking, with what the Nigerian lad has done, Maybe some people might be thinking.
I think a lot of persons will be motivated.
Exactly.
He actually will motivate a lot of Nigerians, because now you can say, when the Kenyans win and the Ethiopians win, we say, they're Kenyans and Ethiopians. But now when you say, in Nigeria won, and let me tell you something, the people he's going to motivate are not just you and me.
Now we have the first woman coming to the finish line. This is Gaspore Atlena Napule, a refugee athlete. She has now set the course record for our first ever Premium Trust Abuja City International Half Marathon.
I give her that about an hour, 21 minutes, which is not so bad.
You said it.
For me, I think it's about an hour, 20 minutes.
She's still running.
Yeah,
It's basically a warm down.
You run to cool down to get a body back into...
Don't tell me I play football.
But it's more difficult, to do this than to do football and all the likes of it.
The footballers will argue with you. I know that they would argue.
It's more difficult.
They will tell you they run around the field for 90 minutes. So it's like doing...
The training for this...
Bumi, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, AFN, I think they deserve some part in the back.
Yes.
I can see lots of officials. If I have not recognized
we have the
another
second
person,
lady also that she has come in.
Gabriel,
the second lady also
Gabriel
has come in from Kenya. She's Joanne Chirop.
Imagine convenient banking at your fingertips. Introducing Premium Trust Bank's mobile app. Seamless, easy, swift banking. Manage your finances effortlessly with our budget feature. Manage personal and business accounts in one place. Watch your money grow passively with our investment feature. And rest easy with our secure sleep mode. We've provided all the necessary lifestyle features for you. What's more, you can access all these in Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. Visit your app store now to download our app. Premium Trust Bank, together for growth.
Now he went all straight to the East African. Luckily for us, a Nigerian finished second in this one. A Nigerian finished also as fourth in this one. Right here at the old Paragram, the energy here is quite top, and everyone is quite excited to be hosting this particular event in the nation's capital. Top dignitaries are already here. The Chief of Staff of the federal government, talking about Senator George Akume, is right here on scene. And the Lion Sports Management has done a yeoman's job by putting up this show. This is comparable to what is obtainable from anywhere else in the world. It's quite exciting here. Well up to standard. We're aiming for the Lion Sports Management and made their intent of this program known, and they want to be a world label great. And because I've seen here today, I think it's just going to be world in the kitchen.
Let's hear them, please. You're welcome. Welcome to the finish line. We celebrate you. We appreciate you. Thank you for taking bold steps and for being part of this team. Number 808. Another female runner also gets into the finish line.
Let me write down pass on to me.
The fish is popping. Finish line. That is the best. African woman. More women get into the finish line. Celebrate them. And this is a Nigerian female. Please celebrate her. Johnson. Celebrate her. Celebrate her. Make some noise. Thank you. Let's keep the spirit alive. Let's go. The time is ticking. Let's respect our runners. Can you do an additional 20 kilometers? I think he's ready. He's so charged with energy. And Aquafina is here to be his party of life. So refreshing. Thank you. That's the resilience and the can-do spirit of Nigerians and Africans. And that's how we do it on the biggest stage. Number 9489. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are a winner in your own right. It doesn't matter the time you got to the finish line. The fact that you finished the race, you are a winner. Another female is just getting to the finish line. Please let's celebrate her. Number 8002. Women celebrate her, celebrate her. Please as a video. Women Trust Bank staff, I see you, I see you. I see you. Let me see your hands up. Women Trust Bank. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Let's join them now. Moroners are coming in. MD. Oh yeah, let's go. Once again. To the right. 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 To the right.
Will guide you. This will guide you. This one will not go off. It will guide you.
Okay.
That one too will guide.
No, we are not. You're welcome. You're still on to the live transmission of the first Premium Trust Bank Abuja City International Half Marathon, where records have been made. Well, I can't remember the very year, but I think it was the Manchester Games of Commonwealth Games sometime in 2000 or thereabout, where Dwight Chambers... 2002. Why Dwight Chambers of Great Britain, either he missed out or he was disqualified, but he didn't finish well. And the British journalists or the British media, you will correct me, Otoye, let me just try and remember. The British media, took it from his angle. So if I am going to write this story, which I will do, I'm going to take this story from the angle of the Nigerian who came second against all odds. So give us the exact story.
If I remember that story correctly, I think that was the 100 meters final.
Yes.
The two Brits were favored to win first and second. And as the race was going on, Emedolu was placing like fourth. So the two Brits, something happened. So the two Brits did not finish the race. So Emedolu now got a silver medal in that Commonwealth Games, I think.
And the British media said they didn't win because this happened, not because... They didn't even give credit. That's what I'm just trying to establish. They didn't give credit to the eventual, winner of that race. So, Nefchok, I saw you talking to somebody, from that end. Please, can you give us the official result?
Yes, I want to give the official result for Nigerians and for the whole world. It's actually the official results before I got from the finish. And the first position is Shadrach Ngembu from Kenya, with 1 hour 7.58 7.58 minutes. The second position, the Nigerian, and the winning Nigerian, Francis James, who I'm proudly say last year in the Lagos Series athletics competition ran for my athletics club. He ran 1 hour 8 minutes from Nigeria, second position. Then Rotimi Kenneth from Kenya was the third position. And another Nigerian, Emmanuel Gyang.
He's been around all day.
He's been around for a long time.
Himself and the wife.
So 1 hour 10 minutes he did. And then we have Adamu Shegu, a Nigerian too, in fifth position. And the sixth position was Justin Foimi from Cameroon. So those are the top six.
Well, Otoye, you were fully involved in the organization of these events. Where are the elite athletes in all of this mix?
Well, like we said, like we just spoke about the Dwayne Chambers stuff, things can happen in a race. You never know what will happen in a race. The elite athletes were there, and some of them fell behind, and Nigerians, like I said, Abuja was a strategic location for me to actually encourage those of our coroners that actually road runners from the Bojos Bauchi, and they took it upon themselves. Now, these are the things that we used to develop. They took it upon themselves. You could see from the boy's face the mindset that I am placing second, and that is dollars and nairas. Nobody's going to take this away from me.
Bumi, you have a bragging right now.
Yes, huge one. I mean, being someone who's been around and, looking at athletes, you see the determination in their faces, children from nowhere wanting to achieve success. I saw it in him right from the beginning because, I'm not a professional athlete, but when you want to go for something, you look at the athlete's desire, and you could see it was burning right from the beginning. He had a strategy to keep up with the international athletes. Probably might not have run this fast before, but he probably saw that he could keep up with the pace, which is very, very good and encouraging.
I get to say they need to even confirm. It might be some kind of record.
The AFN family, I would say, are present at Old Parade Ground. What should be going? You are part of that family. What is going through your mind now? As regard the performance of the Nigerians?
Yes, Francis James, Emmanuel Gyang, and Adamu Shegu, all train in Jos, all train in the packaging area in Jos. Their coach, Emmanuel Ilya, just came back from Kenya on a coaching course. I think he was given World Athletics Grade 2 certificate. And we see that experience of sending him to Kenya to learn, to coach and come back home what is going through my mind now is how we can start establishing a training center in Pangshin for middle and long distance. Because you cannot have, if you have people from the same family coming to do you proud, you need to go to visit that family.
And if when you are talking now, I'm getting annoyed. You know, why am I getting annoyed? The Panchi, the Jos, the Mambila Plateau, it's been there.
It's been there.
It's been there.
You see,
somebody has noticed that if you put our athletes into this environment, they will perform. Even the Afuze, we used to be a boxing hub because of the healing nature. We know all of these things. But why have we refused to implement?
These things come to forefront. Yes, we do know these things. A lot of times we know it. But you see, well, we live in a country where administrations come, administrations go, plans come, plans go, people come with ideas. But when something like this kind of marathon happens and someone wins and somebody's come to the spotlight, people now start asking questions. Yes, you all sat down here. Nobody, I can put it down, and she even said with her own mouth, nobody gave Amusan 1 naira to train. But when she became a champion, everybody said, oh yes, you have a champion. Nobody's going to help you to get to the top. But when you're at the top, that's where you have a platform to start bringing people around. So someone like Francis James now has a platform to tell people, come to Pangshin. When he goes back to his village, Pangshin is a very small rural area close to Jos. When he goes back there with $4,000 and $3,000 and $1 million naira in his pocket, I can tell you how many parents will send their children out to go and run. You know, they see Francis. Francis don't buy cow, don't build house for him, mama. What did they do for house? Come out for school. I shouldn't talk at in here. Come out for go run. So this is the kind of influence that someone like him will have in his direct neighborhood. Now, it might filter down to people in Abuja, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, but his direct neighborhood, people that see him every day, people that have been seeing him for the past 20 years, running every day in the morning, waking up in the morning, going out to run, we now start seeing the benefits and start saying, oh, and that's what happens in Kenya. When the rural area people go, then they go to Italy, go around the world and come back millionaires. The next person wants to run.
James could have just won this race or, taken this position he finished with today. Maybe in the United States, maybe in London, maybe in Paris, maybe in Australia. So today's feat could have happened anywhere.
You see, you have to start from somewhere. Like I said, running is not just a function of training and going. It's also the mindset plays a lot of this thing. And like yesterday, Yusuf Ali said that we have, like the full marathon, we have a record of 2 hours, 16 minutes, which is good.
Mohammed
Abbas. We kind of ignored long distance running and we're concentrating more on the sprints. But now, with Nilayo bringing in things like the marathon in Lagos and now this Abuja half marathon, we are now exposing our Nigerian runners. As a former athlete, I can tell you, when you have competitions like this in your country and you first and second and you have 3,000 naira, it's a mental boost for you to strive to do more. Like NFL said, now the community will also benefit. Yeah. It will change the mindset. Like parents will now say, oh, okay, running is now something my child can do. So next time we organize, check it. Check the number of people that will come the next time.
Especially
just check the number of people for the next time. Yes.
And you said it a while ago, sorry, Prime Minister, that Emmanuel has been going on for a while. And Emmanuel is actually our record holder in the half marathon. And the record is 1 hour, 4 minutes. So he's talking about what you said, that he's a mature athlete. He's been there for a while. He's in his 30s now, or I think his late 30s, I'll confirm his age. And so he has been taking this as a career. The record was set in 2013. That's almost 20, how many years ago? 10 years ago? Almost 10 years ago.
No, 14 years ago.
14 years. So that's when he set the record. So he has been running then, and he's still running. So we can see that marathon indeed, or road running, can actually be a career for him. He just won a lot of money. Otoye can tell me how much he has, because he's 1 naira, he came forth, he's 1 naira, he won some dollars. So that's going to be enough for him to do some things for his family.
It's not just him, remember, it's prize money is first 6.
Let's see.
So we have several Nigerians operating in both places.
And one thing I think we should also point out is the sponsors and then the convener of this event. They've done a huge, what they've done is huge in the sense that they've brought to the forefront that Nigerians can compete in this kind of event and be the best. Very soon, the Olympics will be on our TVs, and we'll see, marathon and the likes of it. Nigerians will ask questions: why have we not won medals? Why have we not done this? And there will be the government and the private sector will want to invest more, in sports. So these are areas through which, they can put in their money and they can be. Just imagine Premium Trust. I never really. You understand? So they are getting huge leverage for
I think
their
the biggest mention Premium Trust is getting is from this marathon.
Yes. And
From
we
this
should
marathon.
also give a huge shout out
Because
to
the mention is concentrated. It's not diluted.
When you become a headline sponsor, and that's why we try to tell brands and corporate to sponsor events, because once you become a headline sponsor, that is the name of the event. So as long as we're speaking about the Abuja City Half Marathon, it is not the Abuja, it is the Premium Trust Bank Abuja City Half Marathon. And that's good. Yes, I know that Tonya was trying to be a little bit, this is say we should give the name of Nilayo, but Nilayo is a marketer. He's the one bringing that down.
He's the one bringing it and organizing it.
So we put that at the background. Yeah, he put that at the background with the AFN, the support of the AFN. We are going to put in the forefront the people giving out the money.
Exactly.
No, I mean, see, the truth is Bukola Olopade is a
athletics.
friend.
He has changed athletics.
I'm still trying to see where does he get the energy from what he does.
Let me
when I got
him.
to Old Parade Ground yesterday and I saw the transformation, were you there? Have you been there? Have you been there? You need to see the transformation. That place, if you visited there 3 days ago and you were blindfolded and you got there yesterday evening, you probably ask yourself if you were at the Old Parade Ground. The energy with which they put in their work, it's commendable.
Let me just quote him, and this describes Bukola Olopade to a T. He says he's pathologically optimistic when it comes to sports. Pathologic. That is somebody that has sports in the front, back, everywhere of his mind, which is why
sports business.
Sports business. Thank you for correcting me, because I think we need to make that distinction, because that, for me, has been one of the problems with sports in Nigeria. No sustainability in
the fact is that
aspect.
it now comes back to a lot of the things I've been speaking about, and then when Otoya mentions CSR, I get a little bit upset because corporate bodies shouldn't come and take sports as CSR.
Exactly.
Sports. In fact, I don't even think the government, despite the fact that the last 2 years ago or so, the government categorized sports as a business and not. But you see, we don't understand when they say sports contributes to how many of our GDP. I don't think that's actually true, because the amount of jobs sports creates, from the ministries to the private sectors to this event alone, you can see the amount of.
Just take a football match.
If look at how many football players are employed in clubs, from the NNL to the Pro League. So the amount of players that are engaged in jobs. So we cannot.
No, nephew, leave out the players.
I'm starting.
Those who ensures that a match is successful.
We start from one place because we can count. Players are employed.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about employment now of players. Then you now talk of, in one football match, like you rightly say, look at the journalist. Kalisos has not covered any other at least since I know him. The only sports I've seen him with. I don't know if he has been.
He does. It's just politics.
When
the big elections come.
No, when the elections come, that's a financial reporting. But he has known him. He's traveled around the world in sports. I saw him in Accra. He has been 20. I saw him in Sydney. I've seen him in so many places. It's sports.
Yeah, basically.
So when you look at that, his own job.
Make people come and knock on my door.
So his own job. Then the production people, the construction people, the security people, the
legal part,
the legal part,
the medical part,
the amount of the ecosystem of
the
sports.
sachet water seller.
We cannot say that
seller.
sports is not a business.
The hotels,
what I
taxi
think,
drivers.
Thank
It's a ring.
Yeah.
it's a huge ring, but what I think is missing is data. These things, those involved, has not been put down in terms of numbers. And it's very important because, just like you said, the number is huge, but there are no data companies to put this in the forefront, and it's very
that's quite
important.
right. And I think that people are doing that now. I remember, and I'm sure you can relate to this. I think it was it 2006? Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup.
Yes.
I know a friend of mine that does sports marketing and business.
He fainted.
She said she lost over 300 million because she had
At
a
that
contract.
time?
Yes, she had a contract to do something to World Cup, and once the Super Eagles didn't qualify,
Bam, it's gone.
it's gone.
It's as big as that.
As big as that. So when we try to say we want to qualify, I know how many businessmen and everything we are praying for the Falcons to make it to the Olympics. If they didn't even know. Sometimes there's a counter prayer from the athletes that let the Falcons don't make it, because if footballers make it,
They take their attention.
all the money goes to football.
We used to do that in athletics.
So in athletics,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make it snappy now. We want to hand over proceedings to Old Parade Ground, where Laila Wal, my colleague, will take over proceedings. But Bumi, you are the Prime Minister of Sports, not the Prime Minister of FCT.
Yeah, Prime Minister of Sports anywhere in the world.
It's clarified.
What's your take in this inaugural edition of this race?
I'll go back to the press conference yesterday where the Director of Sports in the FCT said,
this is the former.
This is the former half marathon. What they've ever had in Abuja is informal. So that sums it up.
Tonya?
I would want to give kudos to Nilayo Sports and Premium Trust for opening the floodgates for Nigerian athletes to dream big when it comes to road race.
I want to tell everybody that you don't give up. Gian, a 30-year-old runner, has come. He's won an international race. So all the younger people that want to take road racing as a career, a profession, that there's a platform, and there are many road races like this around Nigeria, and you can earn a lot of living from it.
And I also want to tell the FCT minister, you're doing a good job. I've been here since 2003. Courtesy of what you're doing in the city, I missed my way. No fault of mine, maybe the fault of yours, because you've brought in a lot of construction. This, what I'm saying, it's real. I missed my way. I couldn't find Yakubu Gowon, way, which hitherto would have taken me right. I get to the Church of Assumption, get to ECOWAS Secretariat, then hit AYA, maybe I boom up. But in all, the Abuja, the Premium Trust Abuja International Half Marathon has brought out the beauty of Abuja. Let's just assume that the construction work ongoing in Abuja, it's completed, and we are back in Abuja with this event next year.
Definitely.
How will it be?
We're definitely
On that note,
back.
Anefiok, it's been a pleasure having you in the studio. Well, Otoye,
Thank you for having me, and we're coming back next year.
Okay. Bumi Ble.
Thank you very much. I also think, Otoye, I don't know if we've mentioned it, she was a silver medalist
at the Commonwealth
Games. To get to that level, it's not easy. Momofoma, you never made it up, up to that level.
Well, at this point, we wrap it up here, but we are not yet done. And I want to say we should give courtesy to whom, deserves it. This program was supposed to have ended from this end, at 9 p.m., but courtesy of the Managing Director of Dark Communication of Africa Independent Television, Mrs. Toyin Dokpesi, she graciously gave an extension of 1 hour. That's a woman, that's a mother, and that's the spirit with which she leads. Thanks for watching. Let's go to the Old Parade Ground where these ceremonies will be taking place, and Laila Wal will take over from here.
Okay, yeah, we are live here at the athletes recovery point where the athletes are taking their refreshments and trying to, recover from the rigor of the race. Of course, we already have the winners, the times returned in this particular race. It's the first edition of the Abuja City Half Marathon. I can authoritatively confirm to you that Nigeria dominated the first 6 spots at the tournament. We have Shadrach Ngumbu, who returned in 1 hour, 7 minutes and 58 seconds to claim the top prize of $5,000. And a Nigerian, you see this man is quite brief, but I can tell you that he returned in 1 hour, 8 minutes and 0.2 seconds to finish second. We have another Kenyan, Rotimi Kenneth, returning 1 hour, 8 minutes and 55 seconds to play third. I told you earlier that Nigerians dominated this particular event. We have Emmanuel Gyan, famous for his record on the track. He returned in 1 hour, 19 minutes and 52 seconds to place fourth, and he was followed by Adamu Shetau, also of Nigeria, who returned in 1 hour, 11 minutes and 0.2 seconds. Of course, we have Jocelyn, also from Kenya, finishing in 6th place in this one. I returned in 1 hour, 11 minutes and 0.8 seconds. Just like in the men's category, in the women's event too, Nigerians did quite well, finishing in the last 3 spots of the elite race. Talking about Gasparo Atalena of South Sudan, he returned in 1 hour, 20 minutes and 23 seconds to returned as the first woman to finish in the race. To Frida Lodepa of Kenya returned in 1 hour, 21 minutes and 37 seconds to finish second. And another Kenyan, Ruto Nancy Jebet, returned in 1 hour, 21 minutes and 58 seconds to finish third. And Nigeria took the next 3 spots: Patience Delop, Yulumen Nicholo, and Elizabeth Nuhu in that order, placed third, fourth, and 4th, 5th, and 6th respectively. Patience returned in 1 hour, 24 minutes and 51 seconds as the first Nigerian and 4th overall in this particular event, the first Abuja City Marathon. And what this means is that the top, the overall winner is going home with $5,000, quite unprecedented for a race. And as you can see, the Athletes Recovery Center is quite impressive as what we have in other international competition. And I think with what we've seen here so far, the aim of the organizer to make this race a label race will actually be achieved. Looking at the exploits of Francis James, who returned in 1.0882 seconds, and Emmanuel Gyan, as well as Adamu Shetau. They will all be receiving, cash prizes in dollar and in naira for finishing as among the top elite. In this race, a total of about 47 elite athletes participated in this particular one. 15 of them are the top elite athletes from around the world. And Premium Sports and Elias Sports Management have done a good job to ensure that this event is possible. Well, I barely can hear you. We have to move away from here now to the podium where the race is, where the awards and presentation is about to begin.
To deliver the speeches, please a round of applause for this distinguished Nigerian. Abuja, celebrate them, please, a round of applause. Thank you, we appreciate you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, I want to especially appreciate our Oga, the SGF. I know it is humongous for you to do this for us. Leave everything you're doing to attend to this event. But with your permission, sir, I want to first invite my Oga, the MD CEO of Premium Trust, who will now invite you to talk to us. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Secretary to the Government of Nigeria, His Excellency George Akume, here present. Permit me to stand on already established protocol because I know we have a lot of guests here. I know the president of NOC, Alhaji Gumel, is here. I know that the Director General of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Mr. Okauru, is here. I know also that the president of AFN is also here. A couple of distinguished ladies and gentlemen are here this morning to be part of this great event. I welcome you all to the first or the maiden edition of the Premium Trust Bank Abuja City International Half Marathon 2024. Like we promised you before this event, today, that we're going to make it a standard. We're going to make it something that you will always remember and be proud of. And by the grace of God, from what we have seen today, I think it has lived up to its expectations. For us, it speaks to the Premium Trust Bank focus on wellness, focus on community spirit, focus on impacting lives. And today, as part of what we are doing to mark our second year anniversary, we have put this together. I want to thank every one of you for coming. I want to appreciate all the runners, the participants from across different countries of the world that turned up for this event. I want to say that we hope that by this time next year, when we are having the second edition, a lot of records would have been broken. I'm not going to keep the SGF standing for too long. I would like to formally welcome him to speak to us and, to formally hand over the medals to the winners on this great occasion. So can you please join me, put your hands together as we welcome to the microphone the Secretary of the Federal Government of Nigeria, His Excellency George Akume.
Well, thank you very much. Your Excellency, the representative of the Governors Forum, top sports administrators are here present, top government functionaries, and our own, the Chief Executive Officer, the Premium Trust Bank, my very good friend and brother, Emmanuel FSAONN, and his partners, participants, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my honor and pleasure to be here with you today to witness the first Premium Trust Bank Abuja City International Half Marathon 2024. Sports are a unifying factor. Sports form an important segment of entertainment. And as the MD said, sports represent wellness. I'm highly encouraged by the turnout today. And this is the first event ever to be hosted at the bank here in Abuja. I want to believe and to encourage other banks to join hands with the Premium Trust Bank in promoting sports in their country. Our president places a lot of premium on sports. And since he came in, Nigeria has chalked up achievements in the sports sector. I recall I was in Cote d'Ivoire at the head of federal government delegation during the Africa game, the football match, the tournament Nigeria against one of the and it was a draw. At the end of the day, Nigeria became number 2 in that game, and for the past 16 years, that was best. And the All Africa Games in Ghana, we performed spectacularly well. This again is in tandem with one of the mandates of the Asiwaju administration. It also marks the beginning of better things to come. Economy is picking up at a rate nobody ever expected. It shows commitment on the part of the president and his economic team. Banks are supporting. That is why Premium Trust Bank is so actively involved in this event. I want to appeal to all of you to continue to place your country over and above self, believing that tomorrow is going to be better than today. We're going to be there. We're determined. Parameters are clearly spelled out, and the gains are already showing. To the participants, I say congratulations to all of you. For those who have won laurels, and for those who have lost gallantly, I still say there is a tomorrow. We have to go back and prepare even more. If I'm privileged to join you, I'll be happy. And I know that this thing will also reduce. I'm advised to reduce it. And by the time I take part in the marathon race, I'm sure many of you will not recognize me again. Instead of young men wasting their time doing antisocial events, I invite you, and strongly too, to take to sports. Whether it is football, whether it's marathon, whatever, take to sports. And the sky is the limit. The Nigerian talent is immense. Unbundle it. Apply it. I'll be raking in what? Millions of dollars. Once again, I want to thank you, particularly the MD, Imam, my friend and brother, organizing this tournament. Do it again. This is the first edition and the attendance is very impressive. So do it again. And to the participants, I say, multiply your numbers. God bless this fantastic bank, Premium Trust Bank, and the Chief Executive Officer of the bank. God bless Mr. President. God bless Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you.
You can actually do better than that. Please a thunderous round of applause for His Excellency, the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, distinguished Senator George Akume. And now we are moving on to the medal presentation, and we are starting with the women. In third position, we have bib number 9452, who finished the race in 1 hour, 21 minutes, 58 seconds. All the way from Kenya, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Ruto Nancy Chebet. Make some noise. Third position. And please come forward. In second position, bib number 9451, who finished the race in 1 hour, 21 minutes, 37 seconds, all the way from Kenya. Please make some noise and give a round of applause for Tu Frayad Lodepa. And the first position for the women race, bib number 9450, who finished the race in 1 hour, 20 minutes, 23 seconds, all the way from South Sudan. Make some noise for Gaspore Atalena.
For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Thank you. And to do justice to the presentation to the third position, Mr. Nadim Khan, please step forward for the presentation of the medal and the check to Ruto Nancy Chebet. And of course, Mr. Joshua Ohia will be joining Mr. Nadim Khan. Mr. Joshua Ohia is the head media marketing of Nord Automobiles Limited. Ruto Nancy is walking away with a whooping sum of $2,000. Please, a round of applause for Premium Trust Bank. Tu Frayad Lodepa, please step on stage. And please, I would like to call on Chief Solomon Ogba, that's the second vice president of the Nigeria Olympics, first vice president of the Nigeria Olympics Committee, the doyen of athletics in Nigeria, Chief Solomon Ogba, doing the presentation of Tu Frayad Lodepa. Lodepa is walking away. And of course, that's the representatives of Dana Air. Thank you for joining us on the stage as we make history. Lodepa is walking away with $3,000 US. And I would like to call once again the SGF, distinguished Senator George Akume, to please step forward with the MD CEO of Premium Trust Bank, Mr. Emmanuel Efe Emiefenim CON, to present the check to the first position female runner, Gaspore Atalena, bib number 9450, who finished the race in 1 hour, 20 minutes, 23 seconds, all the way from South Sudan. Please, a round of applause for Atalena, all the way from South Sudan. Make some noise. She's walking away with a whooping sum of $5,000 US. $5,000 US. Courtesy the bank of the moment, Premium Trust Bank, and other partners. I would like to call on other representatives of our sponsors and partners to join in this photo op.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Round of applause for everyone. Thank you. Please step aside. Please step aside. Please, we are presenting that of the male runners, so please don't leave. Our representatives, after the photo ops, you can please step down from the podium. Are you done? Are you satisfied? Media men, thank you. Thank you. A round of applause once again for the women. Please, a round of applause for these women runners. Celebrate them, celebrate them. Beautiful queens. All right, we're moving to the male runners. In third position is bib number 9453, all the way from Kenya, Rotimi Kenneth. He finished the race in 1 hour, 8 minutes, 55 seconds. 1 hour, 8 minutes, 55 seconds. Rotich Kenneth, did I get that right? Rotich Kenneth. Rotich, not Rotimi. All right, I would like to call on the second position runner, number 9493, all the way from, no, he's from Nigeria. Please, a round of applause. A round of applause. Second position, male runner, a Nigerian, Francis James. He finished the race, Johnson. He finished the race in 1 hour, 8 minutes, 2 seconds. Francis James, thank you. And of course, the runner, the male runner, who is walking away with the grand prize, all the way from Kenya. 1 hour, 7 seconds, 7 minutes, 58 seconds. Bib number 9485. Shedrack Ungumbau. Shedrack Ungumbau. All the way from Kenya. Please, a round of applause for the winner of the male race. Let me quickly point out that the Nigerian runner, Francis James, will collect dollars for the second prize and will also walk away with Naira, the prize for the indigenous runners. That means he's walking away with the first prize for the Nigerian runners and the second prize for the elite runners. 2 checks. Only you, Francis. Oh yeah, please step up to the podium. I would like to quickly call on the president of the Nigeria Olympics Committee, Alhaji Habu Ginel, to quickly step forward to present the medal and the check, to be assisted by Mr. Joshua Ohia, Head Media Marketing of Nord Automobiles Limited, as they present the check and medals to Rotich Kenneth, all the way from Kenya. And I would like to call on the Director of Sports of FCT, Mr. Lucas, to quickly step forward with the General Manager, Brand and Comps of 7-Up Nigeria Bottling Company, Mr. Shego Ogunleye. Quickly step forward to present the check and medal to Francis James. Once again, a round of applause for Francis James. We are proud of you, Francis James. He'll be walking away with 1 million naira. That's the prize for the indigenous race. And $3,000. That's the second prize for the elite runners. A round of applause for Francis James. We are so proud of you. Give him the 2 checks. Let him hold it. It's his. Francis, hope it's not heavy. Once again, I would like to call on the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Distinguished Senator, sorry that I'm disturbing you, but please step forward once again with the MDC of Premium Trust Bank, Mr. Emmanuel Efe Emiefenim, CON. as I present the check and medal to Shadrach Ugumbao, who is walking away with the grand prize. Shadrach Ugumbao is walking away with a whooping sum of $5,000 US. Well deserved, please. Thank you. Now we take the national anthem. DJ Johnson, are you ready?
All right, all compatriots, Nigerians come on men to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The name of our heroes was join everyone in to serve with boys and boys. One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Please, a thunderous round of applause. And please don't walk away. The race continues. You can see runners still getting into the parade ground. Runners still getting to the parade ground. And we urge you, distinguished Senator George Akume, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, don't leave. We have a very short entertainment for you. It's going to be provided by that illustrious son of Nigeria, a wonderful gospel minister, Bidemi Olaba and his crew.
Imagine convenient banking at your fingertips. Introducing Premium Trust Bank's mobile app. Seamless, easy, swift banking. Manage your finances effortlessly with our budget feature. Manage personal and business accounts in one place. Watch your money grow passively with our investment feature. And rest easy with our secure sleep mode. We've provided all the necessary lifestyle features for you. What's more, you can access all these in Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. Visit your app store now to download our app. Premium Trust Bank, together for growth.
Searching for a miracle, I found no one, nobody like you. Been to many places, searching for a better life. I found no one, nobody like you. Hey, my Jesus, hey, move it, hey, move it, hey, move it. Jesus, ebube, 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 dike. My Jesus, ebube, 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 dike. My Jesus, ebube, 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 dike. I never see any God like you. I never see any God like you. I never see any God like you. I I never see any God.
A unique day in the sense that this is a race that actually brings together all true stakeholders of athletics. And what do I mean by that? Premium Trust Bank in a short time has become the brand for athletics in Nigeria. It would be ludicrous not to identify that. Ese Brume is the ambassador, Toby Amushon is the ambassador. They are the sole sponsors right now of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, and now this. So if you look at it, it's a 360 approach towards athletics. So I want to especially thank Premium Trust Bank for all they have been doing. And when you look at this on this table today, is the aficionados of athletics right now in Nigeria that are seated. When you do that to what the headline sponsor are doing, then you understand that today is a special day. No other brand in terms of refreshing athletics or sports today in Nigeria can beat 7-Up Bottling Company. I must confess that it took a lot of sacrifice to bring 7-Up Bottling Company here, because I mean, if I was 7-Up, I would say, do you want to kill me, Bukola? Why are you throwing all of this at us every time? But you see, for us at Milayo Sports, we always want to work with the best, and 7-Up Bottling Company have shown in the last 10 to 20 years that they don't just pay lip service to supporting grassroots development of sport.
This kind God, another one in order. In order. This kind God, another one this kind God, another one in order. This kind God, another one this kind God, another one another one this kind God, another one another one this kind God, another one this can go, this can go, there is something that makes me come into your presence. What are you doing? It is a mercy that makes me come into your presence. Today, I will lift up my voice to praise you. Today, I will lift up my voice to praise. For I know you are always there for me. Thank you for Almighty God. You are my only Lord. No matter what I face, when success comes my way, I will thank the Lord. Everybody, lift him up. 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 I said 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 lift him up. What shall we do today? Everybody. Today, I will lift up my voice in praise. What are you doing? I am dancing. Oh Lord, that the hell, I throw a salute to say. Oh Lord, that the hell, I throw a salute. Twilight, 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 twilight. Abatoko, abatoko, obiti yopa, obiti yopa, obi yopa. báwo ni o. Ètò ọlọ́pẹ́ báwo ni lòlòlò. Ó yá Ọlọ́run ló ṣohun gbogbo ẹ̀dá kan lè máa tiraka. Ọlọ́run ló ṣohun gbogbo ẹ̀dá kan lè máa tiraka. What are you doing? You dey do wonder. You dey do wonder. You turn my life around. Give me a brand new song. You dey do wonder. Say, you dey do wonder. You dey do wonder. You turn my life around. Give me a brand new song. You dey do wonder. Jésù ní ìbálòpọ̀ ọkàn mi lè ẹ má ṣe jẹ́ ká. Listen, see how far you brought me. I'm so glad you found me worthy. I can see, I can tell, and I know it's your grace. All my days, I will sing your praise. Abuja, see how far you brought. I'm so glad you found me worthy. I can see, I can tell, and I know it's your grace. All my days, I will sing your praise. Oh yeah, listen, my daddy, my daddy. Your baby is singing. I will be singing and dancing and chanting. My daddy, my daddy. Your baby is singing. I will be singing and dancing and chanting. My daddy, my daddy. I will be singing and dancing. Listen, this kind God, another one in this kind God, another one in listen, this kind God, this kind God, this kind God, this kind God. Miracle, no desire, Jesus. Jesus. To bless him, no dey tire Jesus. He don't do one before, he still dey do one again. Miracle, no dey tire Jesus. Listen. No dey tire Jesus. To bless him, he don't do one before, he still dey do one again. Miracle, no dey tire Jesus. Oh yeah, Odiduro mi o. Odiduro mi o. My helper, my healer, my lifter. Odiduro sálọ, Odiduro mi o. Oditawowe, Odiduro mi o. Odidájú mi, Odiduro mi o. Kò ní kálá, Odiduro mi o. Kò ní padàtà, Odiduro mi o. Kò ní gbọ̀lúdé, Odiduro mi o. Gbémi débẹ̀. I said, this guy got another one in order. This guy got another one order. This guy got another one in order. This guy got another one order. This guy got another one order. Another one order. This guy got another one order. This guy got another one order. This guy got another one order. Say, I serve a living God, even the devil does. Say not true. I serve a living God, everybody know. Say now you don't know. Everybody. I serve a living God, even the devil. No. I serve a living God, everybody know. Say now you don't know. I serve a living God. I serve a living God, even the devil. Say not true. I serve a living God, everybody know. Say now you don't know. Oh my God, carry me to go. ṣe bí ọlọ́run ọba. Wọ́n ní kò lè bọ́ sí i. Àmọ́ wúlò. Bàbá bá mi ṣe. Wọ́n ní bí o sì yàwó. Sílẹ̀jọ̀. Nígbà kò lè bọ́ sí i. Sílẹ̀jọ̀. Àmọ́ sílẹ̀jọ̀. Bàbá bá mi ṣe. Wọ́n ní kò sáré lọ. Wọ́n yẹ fún mi lọ. Àyẹ̀wò náà. Ọmọ tó balẹ̀ mi. Ìyá mi lórúkọ. Wọ́n ní kò sáré lọ. Wọ́n yẹ fún mi lọ. Ọmọ tó balẹ̀ mi. Ìyá mi lórúkọ. Listen, say. always by my side. Asaba very big, Asaba very big, very big. Hey, he's always by my side. Very big, Asaba very big, Asaba very big, very big. Hey, he's always by my side. Asaba very big, very big. Olele, he know the football. He's always by my side. Very big, Asaba very big, Asaba very big, very big. Olele, he know the football. He's always by my side. Very big. Check aside, check on.
Àbújá ọwọ́ yìí dà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ọwọ́ yìí dà.
Oh yeah, let us go to Lagos. Let's go to Mushin. Let's go to Lagos. Let's go to Mushin. ni mi o. Abuja Marathon, Abuja Marathon, Abuja Marathon, Abuja Marathon. Oh yeah, premium trust. Abuja Marathon, Abuja Marathon, Abuja Marathon, Abuja Marathon, Abuja Marathon. Premium trust. Abuja Marathon. Ẹgbẹ́jẹ́ tún sókè sókè. Oya náwó sókè, mo ti káwọ́ sókè fún àtòrè káwọ́ sókè fẹ́yàn. Tìrìrì sàrànà, sàrànà tìrìrì, tìrìrì sàrànà, sàrànà tìrìrì, tìrìrì sàrànà. Ẹ bá ra mọ́ Jésù. Tìrìrì sàrànà, sàrànà tìrìrì, tìrìrì sàrànà, sàrànà tìrìrì, tìrìrì sàrànà, sàrànà tìrìrì. Listen. Before I leave your face, and I'm still around, I'll come back. Listen to this one. Holy are you, Lord. Holy, holy, holy. Holy are you, Lord. Holy, holy, holy. Holy are you, Lord. Holy, holy, holy. Holy are you, Lord. Holy are you, Lord. Ó yá sọ pé àwa kọ́ Ọlọ́run mà ní òye. Àwa kọ́ Ọlọ́run mà ní òye. Ó yá ẹ̀yin ti Premium Trust ọwọ́ yín dà òwe tó tọrọ wọn. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I serve a very big God. A very big God. Go see him on. He's always on the sun. He's always on the sun. A very big God. I serve a very big God. A very big God. He's always on the sun. A very big God. We are the new generation. God is raising, find us well of Jesus. Find us well of Jesus. People well of Jesus. Hallelujah. God is raising, find us well of Jesus. And find girls, oh, find us well of Jesus. And people well of Jesus. Listen. Who is calling my name? Jesus is calling my name. Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer. Who is calling your name? Who is calling your name? Jesus is calling my name. Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer. Listen, come and see. Testimony is no shame at all. Lókè. Say, come and see. Testimony is no shame at all. You are my melody and my song. I'm forever praise your name. Listen, testimonies people talk about. I wish I would have testimonies declare no voice. I got your worship. Give me chance, I want to praise my God. Give me chance, I want to praise my God. Give me chance, I want to praise my God. Give me chance, I want to praise my God. Give me chance, I want to praise my God. Let me road, I want to praise my God. Let me road, I want to praise my God. My testimony is the only